In a case reminiscent of a former police officer, Rosemary Ndlovu's killing spree, another policewoman has been arrested in Limpopo in connection with the murders of 6 people for insurance claims.
Yeah, the 43-year-old sergeant from Senwaba Rwana police station was handcuffed just a few minutes ago from her workplace. Now, investigators say she allegedly orchestrated multiple murders in order to benefit from the claims and payouts. But let's take you back now with Newzroom Afrika Sholwana, who is in Limpopo, witnessing that arrest taking place just moments ago. And I can imagine the community also watching on. Zola?
Yes, indeed, Naledi. You might have seen earlier that a lot of community members gathered outside the police station, and most of them were expressing, they were actually quite pleased with what they saw, with some of them saying that they had suspicions of what we witnessed earlier on today. But let's get a reaction from one of the community members. Abuti, thank you very much for your time. I mean, this is not the first time we experience an incident of this kind, Limpopo, understanding that there's been a Rosemary before. How are you feeling as a community?
Yeah, sesi ke leboa sebaka somphansona. Itoa ele maikutlo a nyamisa holo o bona a police woman a dira ntwa botlhaswa ka ona mogho. Nahana since from 2019 motho a ntse bola batho up until today anya ka go khumisha ka madi a bana ba batho ba ngwa a tlhoka molato. Itoa ele maswabi a maholo. O bona batho ba mokhuto ba dira ntwe e le bona boramla ba ile re ba sentse o shireletsa batho ba nae ya Afrika Borwa so e le bona mapolisa ba setse ba direlo tsa mokhuto and then community members ba sentse tshabela ko kae re ipotsa gore batho ba direlo tse because bona ba na le ba ka ra mmusho wa borena ene ba khona gore no bona ebe bona ba ile ba ka khona o fitlhella o joina di funeral cover tse o thusha malapa itšeng be le bona mafellong ntwela e fetwile kgwebo mo bona mo ile re no bona ba re no e ba joinisha batho di funeral cover ba felletša ba ipona e le mo ile re ba sentse ba ke khumisha ka tsona so o no bolela nnete ka manyami a maolukudu ene ntwe ke la o bedi ba le dirala mo neng mo provinceng ya isho ya Limpopo ene ke na na re no mapolisa a borena ke twa ke ba bathela letsogo ke ba fa 100% tick ya gore ba ile ba bona gore no swanetse gore ba khumana sedimusho e ba e sale morao and then o fitlheng today ke bona ba fitlhile mo police stationing ya Senwaba Rwana and then ba motshwere mosadio ke nana re no le malapa ile renga lobile batho ba bata ba khumana peace.
Was there anything that you suspected as a community about this particular police officer who has been arrested?
Yes, a ona ka mogore ka suspecting sesi and it wa itaetsa gore ra ra bereka le one because motho ka senotlela ke khopolo yalo a lutsia le teng ona le ba bangwe ba ile re no ba ile ba mofamano mabe o ra ro shoma le bona ba tseba and ke ba ke nana gore no ka mogweleng ka ona o sentse re a fitlhe kwa ba botse nnete ko pele o re na ka ba bangwe ba ile re ba bereka le bona and then le bona ba di nyakiso mo bona and then ba khona ba fitlhela batho ba ba tshware ka gore re nana gore batho ba ke bona ba sentse o make sure no bana ba borena ba ba safe bile motho wa mme yo ile re no ke motho wa mme re tsa gore no o rala ro o ile a khona bele ona le shoko motho ka spedisa borena so re ipotsa re ke motho ile ro tshwanetse go rona be le kutlwele botlhoko mo bathong mara ile yana direlo tsa mokhuto mo jwalo and then orala re no o twa a thomile o dira botlhase bo bolo mara ke khatla gore le tsola molao ke le letelele molao fello pelo since from 2019 that person o gain a 10 million ka mokana yona and then batho ba mo lebeletse ba bona o ka ro a bereka orala re no fitlhela ilo tsela ka pitlhello ya matla ya bereka gantena o fitlhela ilo tsela ka tsholla madi ya bana ba bangwe mo ile re no felletsa bola batho ba bangwe o fitlhengana bele ke nana re no sepolisa sa borena se dile toka o bona re no motho wa mokhuto nteno tshwenye go re no a tsamaye a ye go goleo.
Thank you very much for your time. Abuti, when are you good yang?
Na maikutlo ka sesi a go duma go le ka ntwe dia etse mo Senwaba Rwana mone so nna e be ke reng e troka e phethagale e go phethagala gore mmusho wa borena o eme ka maoto bosinya o dia ke motho nna batho ba re ba re thokometse a rena gore ba ka dia go shula ba o tshwana le bo gore motho mongwe wa tshwana le nna fela ka budia re tsapa gore bana ka bona santse ba re thushe gore ne dilo tse ka moka di sepele botse mare ba dia ka mogo le rena ba re tshosha ra sa le safe ba ka re bola le motseleng so nna ntwe a ya ntshwara botse go ke no re a tshware motho.
And this is not the first time ele Leponesa and also a woman.
So ntwe let's chaba ka moka se nna ke lete batho ka moka ka se ba tshwara ga botse so ke no re mmusho o eme ka maoto tene motho a tswalele a ska ba prepa ka ditšhelete ka re batho ba nwetse rene re swere ba botana re ba botana ba ba olukudi a rena sa rena nnete ke le songa di tshwarwa fela ke a tsa mathu ya se ka moka re tiri se mare nna ka botshukano ba re shuile ba moshupala ka marako le ba re utswile ya tsentwani le rena e re tshwara mpe kudu re nyoko twa a gotelela ka mo tshwana le bana ba borena ba ba tshwereng ka mo.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, Naledi, I'm just going to try and translate what the two gentlemen were essentially saying. The first one was saying it's such a disgrace to see someone, a woman in particular, in blue, being allegedly involved in such crimes. And this is not the first time that they experience, an incident of this kind in Limpopo. They are even alleging that she's another Rosemary in the making, essentially saying that they don't feel safe knowing that a police officer that is meant to protect them as a community has been allegedly involved in such, criminal activities. We do understand that her first victim was allegedly killed in the year 2019, and from 2019 until 2023, it's also alleged that she has received a payout of over 10 million rand from these insurance and accidental covers from different insurance companies, including banks as well. We are heading to Polokwane right now, where she will be apprehended until she appears in court. Back to you, studio.
Yeah, well, do bring us up to speed, Zola, because one thing that we were able to do just moments ago was actually see her being apprehended and put into the vehicle. And you've been following with police really up until the point that they were able to locate her. Talk to us about how police have been on her heels and how we got to this particular moment. Certainly the information that you've been receiving to police as they led up to her, us being able to see her getting arrested this morning.
Well, I can tell you, Naledi, that it took a bit of time for police, including insurance companies, to be able to notice the irregular activity that has been happening, these insurance claims that this woman has been allegedly taking. We do understand that it was once flagged by one insurance company to say when we call these beneficiaries, some of them are not even aware that they are insured, or rather there's a huge amount that's attached to their name, but they're not beneficiaries of these amounts. And then that's when they actually alerted police to begin with their investigations. And of course, Captain Mabunda, as someone that has dealt with a similar case, was brought on board. And investigations have been happening, for quite some time, where they were trying to put their puzzles together and ensure that they get the right person. I must tell you that this morning we waited for her just outside the police station from 6 a.m. where police were tracking her movements as she was believed to, expected rather, to report to work at this particular police station. And when she was apprehended, I can tell you that she expressed, a bit of shock from what she saw, and from what we are getting from community members and other people that were able to speak to off camera, is that she has been allegedly getting away with a lot of these, killings that she never thought that, a day of this kind could be near. And unfortunately, we are here at, at this point. We have also heard that, the most disheartening part about all of this, Naledi, is that most of her victims are people that come from, disadvantaged communities, people that would not have the necessary financial means to bury themselves, including their loved ones. And she would be able to convince them and, sell them what the idea of her being able to look after them and also assisting them in a time of need. And that made those people believe her. And shockingly, most of those people would, pass away. We are told that from 2019, there's been at least one incident of a death that has been reported where she would allegedly, make an arrangement for these people to be eliminated, basically. And you might have heard one of the community members essentially saying that this will bring some sort of peace and comfort to those family members that have lost their loved ones through such incidents. And of course, that will come about when all has been proven in the court of law.
Zola Shalwana, they're speaking to us from Limpopo, where she was just watched the arrest of this policewoman believed to have killed 6 people for insurance payouts of up to 10 million rand. Well,